Hi everybody, this is a quick tutorial on how to set up your vendor profile and manage my market. When you first go to manage my market, you see username, dots like there's something there, log in, forgot your password, and register. Unless you already have a vendor profile, click register. And if you already have a vendor profile, you don't need me. But it asks, are you a vendor or a market manager? You're a vendor. The company name. Welcome to managemymarket.com. This tutorial is because I've been having questions of people trying to register for our market. So our company name is Gracie Flowers and Gifts. Email is G. Okay, so the first thing they want is your company information. Here you can put in a logo. This is the email from your login. An alternate email if you want to add it. A business phone. You have to have a business phone here. And you have a mobile phone that is different from that, feel free to add it here. Fax number, website, brief company description, Twitter, Facebook, Instagram, Pinterest. Now this is already checked. I give permission to display my contact information, business phone number, and email on market websites. This information is used on market websites in areas such as vendor lists and on the interactive market map. You can uncheck that. Totally up to you. I personally would like to have my information out and about. So whatever you put here will appear. Oh, description. Okay. Now, before you can apply to a market, we need to gather some general information about your business. Please fill out the form below. So your business structure: collaborative, corporation, LLC, nonprofit, other, partnership, sole proprietor. If you're a farm, you're probably a corporation or LLC by now. Only you know that. And these are legally recognized business entities, not that you say you are. You need to actually have documents from the Secretary of State that you have filed saying that you are indeed a corporation or LLC, etc. Okay, so who owns the business? You're established. 99. We have 5 employees. Boy, aren't we good. 6 interns. No volunteers. I'm not going to be certified naturally grown. It is a farm or ranch because we are growing flowers. We're small. We only have 3 acres. I know nothing about this. I'm making this up as I go. So but if you really do this, please fill this out. Your business is certified organic. If you click on that, you're going to be required to submit certification. If you use GMO seeds, if you check that, describe. Uses growth hormones, if you check that, describe. Check if any part of the processing or preparation of your product is not done by you. This will not get you barred from the market. If you grew it and you are selling the end product, whatever happened in the middle is your business. Please do provide the information because it's important if we need it. Hopefully we won't, but it will not bar you from the market. Where are your products currently sold? Let's see, let's put farm. Let's market owner of. Okay. Contacts. You have to add contacts. This would probably be you. Your phone. Mobile if it's different. Email. Let's see, fax if you've got one. Email. Address. And put any information in there you want. You've chosen with a primary contact different than your login email. Would you like to use this as your login? Don't go changing that. You change your login and you're going to confuse yourself all 7 ways to Sunday. I mean, of course you can, but why? So now notice that they have emergency contacts. Yeah, so let's add an emergency contact. And we're going to make her an emergency contact, and we're going to add one more person. Okay, now while you're doing this, you need to add all the members of your staff that will be manning your booth. And I know this wasn't there before, but it's there now. So make sure that everybody that's going to be in your booth, we have contact, their name and a way to get a hold of them. If we're trying to get a hold of you and we can't, and you know this person is going to be manning your booth, then we can get a hold of them if there's something going on that you need to be aware of. So it just helps us stay in contact. Okay, your physical address. Make it my mailing address the same. But if they're different, and this is so if we, one, need to come visit you, or two, we need to send somebody out to your place because there's an emergency, and God forbid that would never happen, but please do provide proper information. Add the products you want to sell at the market. Now, depending on what you sell is going to depend on how things are, how things populate later on. So we're going to start with this one being flowers. And we're going to sell Alyssum. And this matters. If you what you tick will show when this product appears on your page associated with the market website as to what you're selling when. So this is important. If you want to talk about how great your alyssum is, it's bright white, grows up to 8 inches tall, spreads out, whatever you want to say about it. And then you can drop images here. You can drop a lot of images. I've done up to 6 so far. I've not gone further than that, but you can do that with each product. You can have as many images for every product you post, okay? And if you had like 6 varieties, it might be nice to post 6 images, one of each variety, okay? And it shows this right here. It looks like there's nothing happening because it's done its work. It's right here under uploaded images. And you can get rid of it if you don't like it. Now, if you click this product is certified organic, it's going to, don't click apply to market unless you're done, okay? It's going to put this on here. You go, oops, I didn't mean that. We'll just edit it with the pencil and click that off and hit submit, okay? Now we're going to add, oh, I love calla lilies. Okay. Now, where did that apply to market button go? It's like, uh-oh, but nah. Just go to my markets. There's nothing current and upcoming markets I've applied to, totally empty. Click apply to a market. Oregon Coast Artisans and Farmers Market. That's us at Chinook Winds. Click apply now. Okay, so the gray dot boxes are our market dates for the year. So when you click on one, it will fill it in with this pretty little blue-green color. And your staff. You're going to be there, and Deanna's going to be there. Farm and floral producer, you can only do one, so choose your main category, please. A standard 10 by 10. I'd like one facing east, please. You need to check this so you get the email for the registration fee. If you've read the market guide, you know what the fees are and that we do have a discount for paying 4 markets or more in advance. We don't have the budget, so we're going to pay it weekly. 1 10 by 10. Because I am a farm stand, I could go up to 3, but I'm choosing just 1. Any additional comments you would like to tell the market manager? Maybe you have allergies and you don't want to be next to the soap producer or whatever. Okay, this says you've read the guidelines, which you hopefully found on our website at Oregon Coast Artisans and Farmers Market.com. This is an indemnity agreement that it's not my fault. You have to agree to this and sign with how your name appears on your driver's license. This is a legal document. Okay. This tells you everything we think you need to know after you apply. So you hit OK. Now, in here in licenses, it shows no information on file. And it's Department of Agricultural License, Nursery Farm, and Direct Products, etc. I don't know why this is not popping up as you needing it, but you need to drop a scanned copy of your license. If it's not applicable, then click NA. Enter your license number. Expires, doesn't expire. Any comments? Hit submit. Now, if we add say bagels, you go back to licenses, this is going to change. Okay, you still need your there it is, Department of Agricultural license. You also need a certified kitchen or food processor license, a food handler's card, and liability insurance. So depending on your product will depend on the licenses that are required. You do need to provide those to the market. As far as liability insurance goes, everybody should have it. It is not mandated this year. It will be mandated next year. And you must name Oregon Artisans, the resort, and the tribes as an additional insured on said insurance. So, okay, that's the licenses. Products, where I showed you where you could add a product to whatever you're doing. Account. This shows invoice has been sent. It's not been paid. You can click on this or here. Either one will take you to the same place. And down here, you can just pay via our PayPal account, not by your PayPal account. So if you don't have a PayPal account, it doesn't matter. It's just being processed through our bank, which is PayPal, for these transactions. And if you have a PayPal account, great, log in, you know what to do. If you don't, just click pay with debit or credit card. PayPal guest checkout, fill in the information, and pay now. They are regulated as a bank, so there really isn't any worries about your information being any less safe than anywhere else. I don't know why contact is now markets in the area, but it is. They have tutorials. The edit market dates is a good one. Accounting tips, okay. They don't have a lot of tutorials. They're pretty light on that. Email settings. Go in here and futz with this however you want. You can opt out of any or all emails. I don't recommend it, and I seriously recommend not opting out of the bulk emailer. This is where we as a market reach out to all of you as vendors. If we are canceling the market, if there's something you need to know because a regulation has changed locally or statewide that affects the vendors of the market, our venue needs to have something passed on to everybody. So Do not opt out of this one, whatever you do. And I wouldn't recommend opting out of any of them, actually. But again, that's up to you. We will not inundate you with emails. So you can add contacts, delete contacts, wherever you want to. And when your profile has your company info, so as this changes, if it changes, you can change them. This is the market you've applied to. So when you apply to us, this fills in. It shows the market information. It shows all documents that are available to you as prospective vendors. This is a PDF of the indemnity agreement. This is for farms, for crops and availability, what you'll have available when. This is simply a resource document, licensing and permit resources for vendors, state, county. This is a summer market guidelines, again, in case you didn't actually read them before you applied. This is the market layout, parking for vendors. This is a map of the casino parking. Leave the red areas for the casino and our market customers. This is for this play area, so we need to leave that available for parents dropping off kids and whatever. There are bathrooms and an ATM inside this building that will be open during market hours. This is our market space. The bus stop is right here. This is valet parking. We are absolutely not allowed to park there. And again, these areas for our customers if we can. If you, this is a hard barrier right here. So you can't come in and go through. If you want to park this close, or park so you can unload quickly, first come, first serve, you have to come in from around the building and go through this way. Okay, so here's application. Status is incomplete because you haven't done something or we haven't done something. This is the list of your products. This is the dates that you said you wanted to attend and how many stalls you wanted. And when it happens, when we assign the stall spaces, it will appear here, so you don't have to go look at the map. And this is who you say are going to staff your market. If that changed and Deanna isn't going to go anymore, but it's going to be Jean, then ta-da, all done. Okay, and of course you can apply to any other market by this link here. That's all I know to tell you. I'm going to call it Gracie's Flowers. And yes. Okay, and we're going to do an email. GracieFlowers.com. Now make sure this is your email. You want this is your login, essentially. So if you put something phony here, you're not going to remember it, and it's important to use your proper information. I know we're trying to keep ourselves as private as possible, but use the real deal here, guys. They're not real picky about your password format. So here we go. Gracie's Flowers, Gracie@flowers.com. That's your login. Company info. So a logo. So we can add a logo. You can drag and drop. I'm going to go find one off of my computer. Here we go. There's something. An ATM. Login email. If you don't want to use your login email for the email we contact you with, You can put an alternate in here. Business phone, this has got a little star on it, so you have to have your contact phone there, whether it's your mobile phone, landline, it doesn't matter. This is the phone number that you use for business. This is what will show up on your public profile when you're vending at a market. We will have a vendor page, and it will access this information and show it to the public. So, okay. If you have a fax machine, if you have a website, a brief description of who you are and what you're selling. If you're on Twitter, you can put it here. If you're on Facebook, Instagram, Pinterest. I give my permission to display my contact information, you can uncheck that, and this will stay all private. I don't know why a business owner would want to do that, but it's an option, okay? Oh, what description is required? Okay, so now we're looking for your business information. How is your business structured? Are you in collaboration with somebody else? Are you set up as a corporation? That means you file documents with the Secretary of State. An LLC, same thing. Nonprofit, same thing. There are other kinds of legal entities. A partnership. Have you gone into partnership with somebody and drawn up legal documents to say so? Are you a sole proprietor? You can fall into any of these categories. I'm going to put sole proprietor, and the business owner is Gracie Flowers. You're established, you have to put this in. Number of full-time employees, and I'm just making stuff up. My business is certified naturally grown. It is or it isn't. Is this business a farm or a ranch? Well, flowers, yeah, we're farming flowers. How many acres? Just a couple. Pest control methods. I don't know what these are. So, if you're certified organic, you can check this. If you use GMOs, you can check here and say which ones you use. Uses growth hormones, you could check that. If any part of the processing or preparation of your product is not done by you, say you have a farm and you have, I don't know, walnuts. And you crack and sort the walnuts, but you don't have a way to seal them in you want fancy packaging, so you have somebody else package them for you. You have something that you have a company, quick freeze or dry for you and package. This is not going to get you knocked out of the market. We understand that just because you didn't finish the packaging or the processing, you started, you're selling it, it's your product, even though it's in a slightly different way than when, different medium than when you picked it. Okay? If you want to list where you currently sell your products, NA is perfectly acceptable. At my roadside stand, just and local grocery store, wherever that happens to be. Okay. Okay. Now contacts. Add a contact. This should be you to begin with. You don't have to put address or anything else if you don't want to. I would recommend that you do. Notice here there's an emergency contact. I would add somebody as your emergency contact. And I would put an address in case we have to physically go find this person. So this is your emergency. They can. Okay, so you've chosen a primary contact different than your login email. Would you like to use this as your login email? Don't do that to yourself. You can only have one primary contact, one emergency contact. Maybe you can have more than one emergency contact, but only one primary. You can only have one primary contact. Now, if you you'll notice this has been put, this little statement, add all the members of your staff that will be manning your booth. So, so anybody that's going to be working in your booth, put here. That helps us just identify who's on grounds and if they're supposed to be there or not. Okay, so this is done. I'm not, if you had volunteers, if you had, just anybody that would be in there working in your booth. So we're done with this. Okay, so this is the physical address of your business. And I want to say the mailing address is the same. Okay, now, what products are you going to sell at the market? Just because this is Susie's Flowers, you can pick from any of the categories. Now, these are main categories. So she's sensing flowers. She does alyssum. One side, one kind. Okay. You can add as many images as you think you need. I don't know if there's a maximum, but I've done up to 6. So, is this product certified organic? Yes or no. If you say certified organic, it's going to add this that says it's certified organic. Now this says apply to a market. If you're done, you can do that now. But I'm going to add another product. So we're going to go over here and add product because we have more than Alyssa. We have bluebells. And maybe they're only May and June. And those are our bluebells. They're not certified organic, so we don't have the certified organic thing. So if you need to go back and edit, ta-da. Now say I do other things. So outside of the flower category, maybe I do something artsy. And I do baskets out of my grapevines or something. And again, we'll do, oh, okay, alphabetical order. So all your products, and this also fills in on your business information page. So if you have that left that check when you first started, this will also appear, and it will appear in the months that you say that it's available. So this is really cool system. Okay, so we're done. Now, what happened? The find a market button's gone. Well, heck. Nah, don't panic. Go to my markets. And if you haven't applied to any market, it will appear like this, empty. So just come over here and click on apply to market. Love Safari. Wow. Okay, so this is markets available within 100 miles of Lincoln City. You can choose 50, 100, 2, 3, 500. And Oregon Coast Artisans and Farmers Market is right there at the top of the list. And you can see there are a lot of markets who use this. Okay. Now here, when you're applying for the market, you need to read this. Hopefully you have read the market guidelines already. If not, after you've done applying, which is backwards, people, you can go back and read them. This tells you all the hours, set up, tear down, which is all in the market guidelines. Now here, the dotted squares are the Sundays we are running. So just click the ones that you want to apply to attend. And there you go. So who's going to staffing the booth? And we are this. You can only pick one. So this is the main category. This is mostly what you do. A standard 10 by 10, the number of stalls and preferred location. I want one. I want mid-market. You need to select this. Pay weekly or monthly. The reason why this is here and what the fees are outlined in the guidelines, but we do offer a discount if you pay 4 more weeks in advance. We're going to pay weekly. Don't know why we're going to do, well, maybe our budget right now doesn't stretch to paying more than one at a time. Now, being of agricultural, I can have up to 3 booths. I want 2. And anything you want the market manager to know. Please face me to the east if you can. Seems reasonable, right? And it says that you've read the guidelines and you agree to abide them and you agree to sell only those items listed in your application, and additional request is unless an additional request is granted at a later date. This is a statement you need to read and agree to, and then you sign with your name as it appears on your driver's license, please. And you click apply now. Ta-da! Okay, now things have changed a little bit on the inside. When you click this, you will get an email with your $15 fee for your application fee invoice attached. As soon as that is paid, then we will process your application. This is where you would put up licenses that you are required to carry. Say I decided that I'm going to add bagels. I don't know why I would add bagels, but this will show you something. It now populates with licenses that you need to have. And not everyone is required to carry liability insurance, but some of you will be, especially if it's a food item. There's just no way around it. If you do bath or cosmetic products, if you sell anything that anybody could hurt themselves with, you'll have to have liability insurance. Next year, it's going to be mandatory. If you're in business, you need some sort of liability insurance just to cover, trips and falls. If they're in front of your booth, they've stepped inside, something goes wrong. If your booth breaks away in a wind gust and the canopy, demolishes your neighbor and a couple of them down the road, good thing to have. You do not need that kind of trouble on your doorstep because you didn't have the insurance, and it's not terribly expensive if you ask your current insurance carrier, they probably carry something that will work. Go into account. Record sales. Now this record sales is for farms and farm produce. If you would please fill this in. We get to apply for grants based on this kind of information. We don't share it. We don't use it for anything but applying for grants. This shows that there was an invoice sent on this date. Here's the actual invoice. You can view it. You can click on the PayPal. I think either way, pay via our PayPal account. This does not mean you have to have PayPal. This means that we are collecting the money via PayPal. And if you click on it, pay with debit or credit card. So if you don't have a PayPal account, then you can pay this way. PayPal guest checkout. It's safe, it's secure. They are regulated as tightly as a bank nowadays, so I really have no reservations in using them. Okay. Contact information for available markets within 50 miles. Here we are. Here's McMinnville. Here's Salem. Now when you click on this again and you've applied to a market, this shows incomplete because you've not paid the invoice. We haven't reviewed it. It could be you haven't got the documents that you need. But on my markets, market information about the market that you applied to, any documents that we would like you to review if you're a farm. This is crops and availability for farms and greenhouses. This is a licensing and permit resources PDF file. The guideline is here. This is the market layout as of today. This is the first time in this venue, so it may change. And parking for vendors. So we ask that you not park in these red areas. They're either for the casino or for market visitors. Anywhere else, feel free. This is a hard divider here, so you cannot drive through and get to this back lot. You have to go around behind this building and up through. Here's what your application looks like. This is the products you said you were going to sell. This is the dates you said you were going to be there. So this is a quick and easy way to look at your calendar and compare that you don't have any conflicts anywhere. And these are the staff that are going to be at the market. Maybe Sam isn't going to be there anymore. You can quickly unclick him. Edit market dates. This is a good tutorial. Accounting tips. The tutorials are a little light in here. I'm pretty sure they think everything's really intuitive, but unless you're really computer savvy and do this kind of thing a lot, it's not. Okay, so email settings. This is for you. This is you get emails every time you do something or something changes in your account. Be careful about opting out, because if you opt out, you just won't get them an email about it. So be careful about what you say you don't want to know about. please don't opt out of the bulk emailer. This is where I will email everybody in the market. We're not going to be opening on Sunday because the weather's predicted to be really crazy. There's a new regulation we have to deal with. Chinook Winds Casino Resort has asked that everybody is made aware of something. So don't opt out of those, please. I think that's as far as I can take you. They do have, I don't know if they do have somebody. Okay, so that just takes the menu down. So there we are. If you get particularly stuck, please email or text me, and I will get back with you as quick as I can and help walk you through whatever it is. So no worries. I do hope to hear from you.